Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, we're on the way. Well, for Pepe, this is the time to get that stern focus in his eyes.
Yes, it's that look that says, I'll win at all costs, and you better be prepared for what's coming.
Well, he knows, doesn't he? He just knows. Oh, shooting chance! Quality ball.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Olise making good progress. Good ball, good take. Rijkaard. Probing pass. Well timed, excellent interception. And they can counter here. Pass is just off target. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, cracking ball. David Villa was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's Ferry. Griezmann. Griezmann goes for the shot! That's a fair try, but just off target.
I'm a little surprised that he actually couldn't make that count. He's so good from that range. Often he'll find a net.
Oh, good-looking ball.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Roberto Carlos just loves to go forward whenever he can. Can he finish? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Bullet is offering a wry smile there.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Rijkaard clears. Bale going face-to-face with his great rival. Ferry is there, and he can get that clear. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he's let fly! Sharp and fitting, but not quite.
Pirlo certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
He's got away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And here's Osimhen. Oh, easy pickings there. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, that's delightful. Oh, it's come loose. Bale. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Osimhen really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Hullet. Olise gets into a good position. He leaps for it. Goal, Milan! What a header. Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Nice interception, well timed. Milan have their second corner now. He's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And he's there to get it away. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And it's in! They are purring, truly purring. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Pinches it off him. Spread out to the left. Sanchez. David Villa is onto it in a flash. And here's Griezmann. And here's Osimhen.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Pirlo conjures time and space where... Pirlo! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. How would you review the first half?
Milan really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players, otherwise this one's as good as done.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. The second half is up and running.
Well, I think they have to be positive.
He's had a shot! He's got a goal! It is an explosive start to the second half. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Just one in it now.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Pull it. And he's gone searching crossfield. And he's cut it out. Very calmly anticipates. Thuram gets on his bike and on the move. Now it's Olise.
That was lovely, that.
And he's managed to get free. Incoming delivery. Ferry can get it clear. Griezmann.
Milan are still behind, but they've increased their level of interest here.
Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Aims beyond the defence. And here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Bale, brilliantly cut out. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Olise unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Donatoni. And it's Henderson. Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players...
Oh, what a mistake! Just the keeper in his way. Tries a shot! And that's a tiny finish. AC Milan are all square. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 14.
Milan choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
He's in one-on-one, and the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. It is a corner, good chance. Not the most accurate pass. Henderson. Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked...
Shot a goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Olise clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 3 coming up. And now a sudden chance to counter. Roberto Carlos gets a good foot in there. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Spread to the right, and he was quick to react.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Looking for options for movement. That's very neat. Ferdinand did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he's going to have his name taken.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 6.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Numero 15.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Numero 2.
Fermi.
Lasciano il campo per il numero
Shin
17.
to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Il numero 16. Il numero 5. Fabio Cannavaro.
I have to say, that
Attenzione,
was
il
an
cambio.
exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Just eases him off the ball. Couldn't squeeze it through. That's a sharp pass. And here's the chance to counter. Stood up well to him there. Played out towards the right wing. 5 minutes left on the clock. Back where it came from. It's Raul! That was superb goalkeeping.
Raul really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Cambio di giocatori.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
It's come to nothing. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
4 added minutes on the board. Xavi Alonso. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And he's picked out the run. He's shifting through the gears here. Long ball looking to counter. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I would have to say Victor Osimhen, Peter. Africa has always produced some outstanding striking talents, and this is the man I see as the latest in that line. He's fast, he's powerful, he's very athletic, and he looks the perfect man if you want to hit on the counter-attack.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Spread out to the left. Great vision. Can he finish? Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Raul really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Blackburn are looking to go forward now. Olise aimed beyond the defence. And he's managed to get free. Dembele, and he shoots! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And he cuts out the supply. Rijkaard looking for a runner. Floated through. That's the keeper's ball.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And it's Rijkaard. And here's Ribéry.
Ribery really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He is shapes to shoot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Milan have their second corner now. Rijkaard! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Tries to play it through. Oh, well played, well played. Olise has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. And it's Ribery.
Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? He's having a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Towering header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Roberto Carlos. Ferry. Rijkaard. Now it's Osimhen. Dembele. Zanetti. Approaching the half-hour mark. Raul, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Belletti. And he whips it in. Courtois deals with that nice and simple. And the counter is on. And they're quick to get it back. Searching pass he's played there. Great ball if he can get there. Cross deflected behind for a corner. This is their second corner of the game. Oh, great leap! And he's there to belt it away. And now they can spring out of defence. David Villa. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Rijkaard. That pass has been well intercepted.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Applies the finish! Now, who's going to be first to this? 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. Back where it came from. Oh, nice touch. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. So the last big chance, perhaps, before half-time.
This is about as perfect a free-kick position as you could wish.
And he's following up! That's really well manoeuvred. Batistuta is herring after that one. Donadoni. Can he finish? And he hits the net. They have come roaring back.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And that really is so impressive. Milan restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And it's half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Zanetti. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And he's picked it up out wide. Courtois claims it, safe hands.
Milan clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Droll. Rijkaard. Ribéry. And it's Dembele. Dembele going face-to-face with his great rival. Driving forward. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And a cross. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Can he get on the end of it? And Batistuta! And he couldn't finish.
Batistuta has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 17.
Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
Yeah, and it looks like quite a shake-up to the front line. Interesting, we'll see how it develops.
It's a promising position, played into the box. And that has been cleared. Out for a throw. That's a decent clearance.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Henderson with the slide tackle there. Now, can they get him away? Zanetti. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Dembele has it out wide and in space. Roberto Carlos can clear it away. There's the shot! They've got to be quick to recover this.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 14. Numero 15. Jordan Henderson. Lasciano il campo per il numero 8. Xabi Alonso. Il numero 16.
And he's taking no chances there. Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Can he get it through? And he is dashed. And a chance! Goal! Milan! Comeback is complete. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another? Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Batistuta! And that could come back to haunt them.
Batistuta clearly wanted to level things up in a hurry here. It didn't quite come off for him, but top marks for the effort.
And he gets rid in a hurry.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Donadoni. Zanetti spots it and intercepts. And no, that was never going to make it. He's looking wide. No, no way through. Zanetti. Zanetti drives forward on the overlap. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Rijkaard. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Milan nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Zanetti. Just eases him off the ball. Schmeichel sends that a long way.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti
It's
di
a
recupero.
sharp little ball here. That is good strength. Knocks it into space. Roberto Carlos has it in a wide position. Zanetti gets it away. Roberto Carlos has the space to scheme. Well, they can break here. And that will be the final act. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Donadoni taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So, straight into the action. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I don't think you're going to get many defenders who are as good as this fella, Koundé, when it comes to building from the back.
An impressive jump! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Osimhen is offering a wry smile there.
Pull it. He has found the way through.
Hazard clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything.
Osimhen! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Lyon are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Platini, and here's Hullet. Yaya Toure, and the finish!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Osimhen. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. He's got away. Raul charging forward, the ball at his feet. He's in plenty of space here. Lovely bit of skill. Crosses it in. Out towards the flank. And it's Rijkaard. Looking for the run. And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he has kept it out somehow.
Villa really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Decent chance! And he's really put himself on the line here. It's their second corner of the game. Lyon are looking to go forward now. It's a promising position. Ferry defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Donadoni. Now this could be a chance. He's given the time to pick a pass. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Pelé gets a good foot in there. Nesta calmly anticipates. Pelé quietly revving up. Looking to play him in. Oh, played through for the wide man.
Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Shot could be on. Platini. Ferry getting this one clear. Raul. Nesta cuts it out. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Oh, well played, well sorted out. He's found a way past. Osimhen. Looking for the far post. Platini.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
He's found a way through. Driving forward. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Forward it goes.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Pele. Platini. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Pele. Good running, strong and purposeful. Spread out to the left. Delivers the ball. Oh, good effort! Oof, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Milan with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
He's having a shot! It's a goal! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
There was to be only one outcome.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing.
Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. In towards the back, towering header. And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Koundé. Platini. That's a cute ball. Marcelo.
We're in for an intriguing second half now. Contrasting moods. That could reverse in a flash.
And he's managed to get free. It's Pele! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Now it's Donatoni. And this is Raul. Yaya Toure, always wanting the ball, always wanting to do something different with it. Roberto Carlos promptly onto that, and that is that. Marcelo. Marcelo. Bullet! And that is doing no harm at all. And it's Michel Platini. Oh, he's bustling through here. So really well... Oh, what has happened here? Chance for a shot! Cleared without hesitation. Pele. Real chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 11.
So changes afoot here and from both sides.
17. Numero 14. Numero 3. Lasciano il campo per il numero 20.
And that has been cleared.
Il numero 8.
Milan have the chance to go the other way.
Numero 15, Jordan Henderson.
Bale! Gareth glittering Bale! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And the comeback is complete. A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfect.
It's Ibrahimovic! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. Bale! And it's come back out to him. And that's in. And this is getting better and better. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
Lyon go up by 2 and are looking good.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He is through here. That's put paid to the danger. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Bale.
That's good play from him.
And this is Hazard. He's in a great... And a chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Schmeich... Oh, he's been caught napping! Ferry did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He won't be happy with that one. That's going wide left.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Belletti. Some good work on the right flank here. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Just 5 minutes left. Oh, good take in a good area. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's a lead. He's had a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Knocks it into space. Vinicius Junior gets into a good position. Takahara. Now it's Olise. He's picked his way through. Olise! And that's a tiny finish. Drama at the death. Is there time for one more twist? What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Milan give them... And it's been given a... Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal! And right near the end, we have parity. Piercing. And that will be the final act. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Osimhen voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Signore e signori, vi informiamo.